And so it begins. 7 hours to Tucson.
You said I was a piece of art. You decided to paint my heart, but you colored it gray, then you put it in a frame.
Did you hear the song that I used to kick off this episode of Big Boy Pants Golf, YouTube's hottest golf channel? Well, imagine songs like this one cranking the whole time you're at a golf course. You've driven 7 hours from outside the Vegas area to Tucson to watch the only LIV golf tournament in your area, and also meet up with not Dr. J, aka Pro Golf Critic, aka Jay, off of Twitter, your new brother from another mother, and you're gonna start a podcast together. And so now you gotta represent in person and show that you are cool enough to actually do a podcast with. That's the kind of pressure I faced.
Hung it beside other house gray as mine. Oh, I should have known. Should've let you go. Oh, I should have known. Should've let you go. Oh, I should have known. Should've let you go. But I wanted to fall in love so bad. Like in the movies or the dreams. You're like in the movies.
Being at LIV Tucson did feel like I was in a movie. The movie would have been titled Golf YouTuber: the movie. LIV Tucson was awesome. But my experience at LIV Tucson allows me to give you some great pointers so you can make the most of your LIV golf experience. Stay tuned. If you haven't gone into convulsions by that one part where the colors were changing very quickly and it just said Big Boy Pants Golf, I know I lost a lot of these young Japanese kids whose brains haven't developed the ability to handle that much stimulation. So I apologize in advance for any convulsions. But for any of you who are still with me, let's get into the nitty gritty of what a LIV golf experience is like. You've seen a little bit of the montage. It was awesome. Not as good as a Rocky IV montage, but for a golf YouTube channel, this is as good as it gets. Now at this LIV Tucson event, the shotgun start kicked off at 10:15 a.m. But before then, we had this. That was the first time I've ever been to a golf event and thought, maybe I should fight terrorism before these guys tee off in 10 minutes. Being a fellow power hitter, I decided to follow the group of Bryson, Brooks, and DJ, and they teed off on hole number 2. If you follow the most popular group, there's a good chance what you're gonna see is not much, but you're gonna hear a whole bunch. Do you hear the sound of their shots? It feels like they're whizzing over your head. This is DJ. He didn't do so well. Started off with a double bogey after having to take a drop. Because of the crowds with Brooks, Bryson, and DJ, I decided to bail from the mission of following them for 18 holes. This is hole number 4. This is as much as I followed them. But more importantly, after this hole, I met up with not Dr. J, hashtag Pro Golf Critic, hashtag J. Not necessarily in that order.
You wanted to tear down my walls. You did that by sweet talking. You got inside my mind.
Jay actually played in the Pro-Am. So this whole conversation that Jay and I have here, that's for a separate video. You're going to want to see that video because it's going to be even more awesome than this video.
All right, thank you.
Shout out to Big Boy Pants Golf.
Now I'm wide awake at night. Put me aside.
And now what you're here for. I'm going to give you 3 tips that I came up with after going to this LIV Tucson event. The first one came after day 1 when I realized that Tucson apparently is situated on the equator and that the mountains of Tucson are only about a mile away from the sun. Folks, you're going to get some sick sunburn. That's why tip number 1 is wear a big hat. Wear a wide-brimmed hat. These baseball caps, I don't know if people realize this yet, they really don't protect your face much. You're going to come out looking like a boiled lobster. The skin on your ears is going to peel off, and your eyes are going to be so dry. So dry. Don't do this. Let me show you something. Get something like this. I bought this after day one there because I feared for the integrity of my face. I was so red. Protect your neck as well. So I did see a lot of people drinking a lot of alcohol, getting a lot of sunburn. But let's get to point number 2. The temperature varies greatly. So bring a little jacket or a sweatshirt, because this ties into another point that's related. Walking's horrible. Find a spot, let's say from 80 yards in on a par 5, and then use that little jacket or hoodie and sit on it. So now you have a comfortable existence at this LIV Golf event. Don't do what I try to do and walk the holes. You're exhausted, especially if you're going for 3 days in a row. You're not going to make it. You don't have the cardio. You didn't train hard enough. And now is not the time to try to do it during this hilly LIV Tucson experience. So I think we've got the hat covered. We've got this little hoodie or sweatshirt or jacket you can tie around your waist, because the temperature is going to fluctuate 20 degrees during the day, or when the sun comes out like a magnifying glass and wants to make you extra crispy. Those are the 2 key points. And now you're wondering, what's the third final point you're going to bring up, Big Boy Pants Golf? And I'm going to say it's this. The merchandise at the golf store is very expensive. I'm talking not the standard, okay, a hat and a t-shirt are $40 each. That's what I'm talking about. If you want a fleece or a pullover with a little zipper here, very standard. I kid you not, it's $175 plus tax. So not just $175, there's a tax onto that, so you're paying more than that. I don't know if suddenly I was in a Gucci store or I was trying to buy expensive handbags for a very demanding Hong Kong girlfriend who's still not pleased no matter what I do. But I was actually astounded at the price of the merchandise. If you want to follow your favorite team and get a polo for the cliques, whatever your team is, it's like $100 or $110 plus tax. If you live in the continental USA and have $20, well, you can get one of these 3 Big Boy Pants Golf t-shirts. Yes, you heard me correctly. $20 includes shipping, and you just Venmo me at The Golf Whisperer. Put your address in there. Boom. You just saved money for your next LIV Golf experience ticket. You're welcome. And for a fourth and final point, what I like to do before I go to any golf event, period, I like to go to McDonald's and load up on high-calorie food. You're going to be spending a lot of calories when you're out there fighting the elements, dodging people, watching golf. Load up early so that you only need to have a snack later and that you're not starving and your energy levels don't dip.
You go. Oh, I should've known. Should've let you go.